And look, the right eye of Saunders is swelling up. Canelo round.
Spike Crawford hits the 6, 7.
You can see, right on the chin, right when he was throwing a punch. And this is what happens when you're in the middle of throwing.
Number 10. Both landed at the same time. That's the counter right hand that Deontay needed. Clubbing left hand
In favor of the winner, remaining undefeated, proving he is one of the elite champions of the sport.
It is over. Canelo gets the knockout. Wilder has a will again. Dominate Brazil. He is the
Yo, you know what this is, man. It's your favorite channel, man. It's CTB. This is Chin Tuck Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. Say what up to him, man.
What's up, everybody? Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment. Let's keep this channel growing. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing.
That is a fact, most definitely. This is the place where the fight fans come. You get these delicious entrees of boxing knowledge. What's on the menu for them today, bro?
Man, let's talk about, for just a small amount of time, about this Chris Colbert situation.
All right, man, let's talk about it. Serve them up.
All right.
Yeah, man, let's talk about it, man. This whole story wound up being more than I anticipated it to be. But yeah, I just want to get your opinion on it real quick, man. So let's serve them up, man. Let's talk about it. Apparently, Chris Colbert came out with a video a couple days ago. I don't know the exact date, but he gave an interview with Nesta Gibbs on Fight Hype, where he pretty much bashed all the top PBC fighters, man. He pretty much bashed Errol Spence. He pretty much bashed Tank Davis. And he pretty much bashed Deontay Wilder. Apparently, that ruffled a lot of feathers. And as of today, that video that was made got pulled down, man. It got pulled down, and people pointing their blame at a lot of different people. A lot of the blame is coming from everywhere, man. So first off, let's get your opinion on Chris Colbert saying all these things about the top fighters in the PBC. You think that was a smart business move on his behalf, or you think what do you think about that young man making that move?
It was a dumb move. It was stupid. I mean, I have no problem with you voicing your opinion about a fight, and if you feel like you don't have to be biased. But if you look at some of his past predictions when it comes to Tank, Spence, and you could tell that it's just hate. Like he had I think Chris Algieri picked to beat Spence, and he's
Really?
been talking about Tanks for a couple years. So I don't have, if it's a really close fight or a big fight, I don't have a problem with him picking a fighter outside of PBC or a white fighter or a Mexican fighter, if you really believe that. But if you watch the video, you can tell it came from a point of hate. And I don't understand who's his PR people or who the people around him, but somebody need to pull him to the side, because he's at a point in his career where he's trying to take that next step as far as popularity and marketability. And the worst thing you can do is bash the three biggest stars, black stars, and also probably on PBC on the same promotional banner that you own as far as Spence, Tank, and Wilder. Instead of bashing them and trying to hate on them, because I don't know, maybe because they where they are in their career, I don't know what it is. You should be, trying to get game from them, trying to find out things. Hey, Spence, know what I'm saying? When you was at my age, man, what did you do to take that next step as far as marketability? Hey, Wilder, man, you come from a small, you come from Alabama, and you was able to blow up like you was in a small market. I'm in New York. So what did you do? See, you should have came more with that rather than hating. I don't know where it started from, but just from watching the video, it's just a point of hate. Even Danny Garcia, you watch him in the video, it was like cringe-worthy for him, because he was in his head. You could see him looking at Chris like, "Shut up! What are you doing?" You know what I'm saying? But he just seemed like one of those just want to talk, and run his damn mouth. And I hope, everybody makes mistakes, so I ain't gonna kill him because he's still young. But I hope he learns from his mistakes. He comes out and realizes he made a mistake. So I'm curious to see how he responds to this. Is he gonna be the kind of guy that says, "Well, fuck everybody. I don't give a fuck what y'all say about me. Kiss my ass"? Because if he comes with that kind of approach, he's pretty much gonna ruin his career. But sometimes you can come out and say, "Look, man, I made a mistake. I thought about it, and I shouldn't have done that." So I'm curious to see what his response is gonna be.
I'm really not, because to be honest, he already proved what his response is going to be. Because like you just said a minute ago, he's been pretty much picking Earl Spence to lose since Algeria. How many years that hate go back? Because Algeria was what, like 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago.
Longer than that. I think.
Longer than that, probably like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So that Spence hate come a long ways. As far as people putting the blame on Wilder, saying that Wilder had the fight had video taken down, I don't believe Wilder had nothing to do with it. I don't believe Spence had nothing to do with it. I don't believe even Tank had anything to do with it. If anything, anybody had something to do with it, it would be the PR team for Colbert, because they have the same PR team. They have the same advisor. They're in the same umbrella. So if I'm one of the PBC employees, if I'm employed to the PBC to make sure that my fighters look good in the public eye on all aspects, and I see one of my fighters, one of the fighters in our group bashing all the top guys of our company, I'm pulling that video down also, just to show that there is no internal beef in our company. Which it was already. I mean, once you put a video out there, this is social media age, man. It's out there. It's gone. Because when I first sent the text to my homeboy mine when I sent the picture of the Colbert promotion, I put it on our Facebook page and everything. I was about to promote the fight for the week. I was getting ready for us to make our predictions and everything this week. But when I saw his comments, I kind of pulled away from the fight. Not because I'm not a Chris Colbert fan, or I'm hating on Chris Colbert, or I'm a Spence or a super Spence or super Wilder fan. To me, here at this channel, I don't condone that type of stuff. We don't talk about the 3 things I don't like on this channel. We don't count people's pockets. We try not to include ourselves in anybody's beef or anybody's YouTube beef, and we most definitely don't respect anybody who use somebody's name for clout. I kind of put Chris Colbert in the same realm that I put what's the good name? Ryan Garcia. Once he started climbing on the backs of the big fighters at PBC, I started looking at him like I look at Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia been calling out Tank and not fighting Tank. Ryan Garcia been calling out a lot of people and not fighting nobody and going on hiatuses and stuff. Climbing on the backs of people who made it. So I kind of put Chris Colbert in that same light. As far as everything else that go with Chris Colbert, whatever his opinions is, I have no problem with it. That's his opinion, and that's for the other men that have some problem with it. But my question to you is, why do you think he said it? You think he just said it because he was trying to be famous and trying to promote his fight in a way, or you think it's really how he feel about some of these fighters? Like, I understand the Tank beef because they're in the same division, so you can kind of leave the Tank part alone, because that's just competitiveness talk. That's competitive talk. But as far as the people who's not in his division, the Spences and the Wilders, you think that's coming from a place of hate, or you think this is coming off of I'm trying to promote my fight?
I think it's both. I think it's coming from a place of hate because, like you said, with Spence, it went back for 5 or 6 years. I mean, some of the predictions he made, because he talked about in his video, because they were laughing about it. Even Danny Garcia, some of the people he picked. And it didn't make any sense. So it's coming from a point of hate. I don't know if he's the type of guy that, when in life, where you see people or people, that look like you, whatever, and they are starting to make moves, or maybe with a business, or they're making money, or they're doing good in their life, and instead of you being happy for them, you come from a place of hate and jealousy. So it comes off to me as hate and a lot of jealousy, seeing those guys get to where they are, making the money they make, and making pay-per-view fight. And I think it's a lot of hate and jealousy. But I also think he saw by throwing their name out there. You throw 3 of the biggest stars' name out there, and you have a fight coming up this weekend. You didn't hear him talk for the last month. Nobody's been talking about Chris Colbert, but for the last 2 days, he's got everybody talking about him. So, good or bad publicity is good publicity. That's what they say. So, I mean, I think it's from both sides.
Yes, that's a good point. You're right. There's no such thing as bad publicity. That's the word, I guess. But I guess his PR team didn't feel the same way when they pulled the video down. But like I said, it's too late now. His name is buzzing, so I'm curious to see what is transitioning to big views on this fight card this weekend, because it's a holiday weekend. A lot of people are going to be home and barbecuing and cooking. So let's see if Chris Colbert can sell a holiday fight card.
Are you watching the fight?
I'm gonna be busy, man. I'm gonna be on the grill probably. I'm gonna have people over. I might be sipping a little bit or something. So I'm gonna be in a space where I'm all about family at that point in time. Like I said before, I wasn't really big on the fight at the beginning. Like I said, I just love boxing, and I was gonna promote the fight, and I was gonna I have seen Little B-Hop fight before, so I know his skill set. I did some homework on his opponent, and I seen that his opponent is kind of going to be overwhelmed by Colbert. So I was ready to do a prediction. I was gonna come in here on Friday with you, and we was gonna make a prediction video just to, you know what I'm saying, keep boxing growing, quote unquote. But this kind of turned me off from it, to be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest. Until you have a big fight now, I'm not really big on none of this stuff right now. When he fight Tank Davis, holler at me. How you feel about that?
About him fighting Tank Davis?
Yeah.
He's at
Any
130.
of the top 135ers? What are your chances? What chances you think you have of actually breaking through on any of those guys?
And winning?
Yeah, like making a good fight.
At this point in his career, I think he could beat none of the top guys right now. I mean, he has potential. I like his potential. I think he was getting better. He's progressing from what I've seen. Because one time his power was in question, and then his last fight he got a real big knockout. So you know he was coming along, and they was doing what they was supposed to do as far as his career, moving him at a steady pace and slowly increasing the level of opposition he's facing. So I like the plan, what they was doing, but I think what he did this time is gonna make him take a step back because a lot of people were turned off by the act that he did a couple of days ago.
I think it's gonna make him take a step forward. I think he's gonna have to now back up all of that. He's gonna have to back up the attention he got now. Now that he getting so much attention, he has to keep it, because this is one of those 15 minutes of fame type things. If you don't jump on it now and make this time count, and make people say your name in a positive light, not just in a gossiping light, you know what I'm saying, then you'll lose that spotlight. Look at Keith Thurman right now. Keith Thurman, he shined bright when he was calling out everybody and turning down all those fights, and he even got a Manny Pacquiao fight. Now Keith Thurman's still talking shit, and nobody really talking about Keith Thurman no more, even though he's talking all kind of shit about everybody. So if I'm Chris Colbert, man, you shining bright now, young man. You got to back it up, man. You got to go out here and look good this weekend, and then you got to step up your competition level again to back up this talk, man. That's my opinion on it. But you got anything else you want to add to this topic, man?
No, I think we covered it all. Like you said, I think everybody, even if you don't watch the fight, you want to see how he's gonna perform this weekend, because now people are really gonna critique his performance.
Yeah, that's sad. Sad truth, man. Sad truth. But with that being said, man, this is your favorite channel, man. It's CTB. This is Chin Tuck Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. Cut him out of here, man.
All right, everybody, remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment. Let's keep this channel growing. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing. Logo at the bottom of the screen, just click on it, hit the subscribe button. Don't cost you $1, a dime, or even a penny. But most of all, God, peace, and love, and we out of here.